Welcome back to the Comic Dudes, a podcast about comic books and comic book related things. This week, we're wrapping up our Reckless Let's Read with Volume 5. But before we get into all that, if you've forgotten, you haven't heard my voice in a while, my name is Dave. With me, as always, my two esteemed co-hosts and friends, Matt and Eric. Boys, how you doing?
Doing well.
I'm doing pretty good, Dave. I gotta ask you a question. I gotta get something out of you. So,
all right.
I'm doing great. I just hit the big 4L couple days
Happy
ago.
birthday.
Big deal.
Belated.
Appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys. Yeah, and appreciate that. You know, I need to get some. I gotta talk a little sports real quick. So, my hockey team, the Sabres, they have not made the playoffs in like 19 years, and they won a playoff series, which is like a really big deal. Real big deal. Especially around here. This is definitely Bills territory, but like for the first time, like I'm like, this might be like a hockey town too. Like it's kind of crazy up here right now. But I don't know how you watch. Like I need to understand your psychology with the Orlando Magic in the playoffs, because I can't even watch these games most of the time because it's too stressful. Football, you have one game a week, and you got the game, and you're there. These like 7-game series, like I can't do it, dude. It's too much stress. Like it's multiple times of stress a week. I don't get how you do it.
At one point, we had gone from the play-in to the 5th seed, and then lost 7 in a row near the end of the season, and dropped us down to the 8th seed. So after they absolutely ate Charlotte's lunch in that play-in game to get into the playoffs, most assumed that we would be bounced in 5 games, maybe swept. Detroit was just too good. Their starting 5 is objectively probably better than the Magic starting 5. And even though the team was healthy, there wasn't a lot of positivity.
Gotcha.
Then we went into Detroit, and we didn't steal game 1. We took game 1. Home court now belongs to the Magic. And the worst possible thing that could have happened started to happen, Matt. You know what that was?
They got comfortable?
I started to believe.
Not you, them. Okay, yeah.
We all did.
Bro, home court and home court and hockey means dick all. In basketball, it's like everything. Like you steal home court, like it's it's different. It's different.
And at one point, the Magic are up 3-1.
Yeah, I couldn't believe. I couldn't believe.
Going back to Detroit for Game 5.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that.
Didn't expect to win Game 5.
Yeah,
did not expect to win Game 5.
No,
but
they're going to give a valiant effort. Yeah,
I believe we'd go into Detroit, lose Game 5, and then wrap the series up at home in Game 6. Game 6, they were up 22 at halftime. And they lost that game.
You never
lost that, and that was it.
Yeah, you once that happens, you're like, nope, I know where this.
The day after they lost Game 7, Jamal Mosley got fired. We found out that our GM got a 2-year extension during the season secretly. That dude also deserves to lose his job for this roster construction and for doing absolutely nothing to get a point guard for 4 seasons now. I think Paolo's been in the league. This was his 5th, so I guess 5 seasons. No point guard. I just know this is Paolo's 4th. Tough time.
I love the game, but it's like the inner workings and machinations. I love that shit too. Like I love it so much. Like that. Like our GM got a secret extension that no one knew about in the season. Like, wonder what was going on there. Like, and they were
We're a first apron team now with all the max salaries that are about to kick in.
Yeah.
Our core of Jalen Suggs, Desmond Bane, Paolo Banchero, and Franz Wagner are together until 2030.
That's good.
We have a window. We have a championship window, but we have no maneuverability to go get a true point guard.
Yeah,
Jalen Suggs isn't a point guard. Sorry, didn't work.
You got to draft, and you're going to be mid-tier draft at this point. Like,
who are you going to draft?
Yeah,
you don't have any first-round picks. You gave 4 away for Desmond Bane.
I was like, you'll just get a mid-tier first-round pick because you made the playoffs.
No,
well, not until 2032.
Memphis Grizzlies will.
Not until 2032. All right, sorry to sideline with sports chat, but yeah, I just said that.
It's cool because the longer this goes, the shorter our reckless conversation gets, and that's fine.
Wow.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Hey, if any of you would like to share your sports tragedies with us, you can join our Discord. It's the best way to connect with us.
We should rename the channel Sports Trauma.
Probably with the teams represented in the Discord right now, we probably should. Jared and I have had a really tough couple of weeks.
Yeah, dude.
We took it out of the Discord for a lot of that conversation.
Okay.
Because no one needed to see some of the things that were being felt and said publicly. It was private. We had some things to work out in private because he is also a Magic fan.
Yeah.
And we also post regularly on TikTok and Instagram. So if you like action figures and toy content, you can follow us over there for some of that stuff. There's a lot of it. I'm posting regularly on Instagram now too. So, it's there if you'd like it. This is also an official spoiler warning. If you do not want Reckless, Follow Me Down, spoiled for you, you have to leave. I'm sorry. I guess you don't have to. You could stay if you don't care about spoilers.
It's the last one for Reckless.
Listen, guys.
Yeah, you might as well just stay.
Probably for forever. Who knows?
Yeah. Anywhere you go,
should just stay.
I'll follow you down.
Anywhere you go. I was like, Dave, did you put the soundtrack on?
I did. We'll talk about that at the end. Interesting.
And at one point, I switched from the, 1988 or 89 or whatever. Yeah, November 1989. I switched to the 2004 playlist.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, interesting. Mm-hmm. I didn't do that. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I will give a quick recap. I'm going to skip the table setting of who Ethan Reckless is this time.
We know.
We don't need that anymore, right?
What if somebody is just, this is the first episode and they're like, wait, help me understand who this is. I'm kidding.
There are 4 other episodes titled Let's Read Reckless. You can go listen to the start of one of those. You'll hear the same thing verbatim.
Perfect.
Then you can come back and we'll still be here waiting for you, I promise. Follow Me Down is set in the wake of the 1989 San Francisco earthquake. Almost immediately, Ethan finds himself descending into a path of darkness and murder in a case unlike anything he's faced before. What sets this entry apart from others in the series is its emotional core. The book peels back more of Ethan's long-hardened shell, pushing him into something resembling a romance. It presents the most personal and emotionally in-touch version of Ethan seen in the series so far, asking questions about healing from trauma and whether pain ever stops defining us. And that summary is courtesy of Amazon, Comic Watch, and The Beat, because I didn't write it myself.
This is an emotional core book, an emo core book. It's an emo book.
It is. It's an emo book, yes. Yes, it is. Honestly, it's the most emo in the 5 books that we've read.
Agreed.
For sure.
Agreed.
For sure.
Hey, go listen to my podcast. Emo is a 4-letter word.
Ooh, okay. Little plug.
Nice plug.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'll edit that part out.
Good. Thank you. Keep all the sports talk in. Cut that out.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. You're outnumbered on the sports talk. Sorry.
Yeah.
Did we like it, boys?
Yeah. Yes and no.
I did. I
Okay.
liked it.
All right.
I liked Rachel.
Uh-huh.
So we didn't really do like a thorough recap, but essentially Rachel was Dave, you're so much better at the recaps than I am, but Rachel was the daughter-in-law kind of a couple
luchador neighbors.
The luchador neighbors. And the guy's son was heavily involved in drugs, as well as Rachel. A lot of trauma going on there, but Rachel kind of goes missing, and the dad is like, feels bad for his son and wants to know, get some closure for him, understand what's going on with Rachel. And ultimately, she has a near-death experience because of the earthquake, and goes on a revenge tour of the people who like kind of wronged her. So I really liked Rachel. I thought she was a cool character. Her and Ethan get together. I really would have liked to see more of a team up of them for longer. So yeah, like I just, me, buddy cop stuff. I would have really liked.
Not buddy cop at all.
It's not really. It's a romantic. It's a romantasy. Not even a romantasy. That'd be fantasy, but like a romantic. I don't know, duo thing. Like I just wish there was some more of that. Like a nice she played well off of Ethan for like the back half of this, graphic novel. I wish we could have got some more of that. So, but I thought she was a cool character. I like how also in these books, the female characters like are strong and they're not like damsel in distresses. They all like serve a really good purpose.
Or they just die.
Or who?
Early on, like the first two books.
Rainey died.
Yeah.
Rainey.
Lintran left. She didn't die. Lynn's sister died. And of course, we had to.
Yeah, but she wasn't even the main.
She wasn't the main
character. She wasn't even a supporting character.
I mean, Lynn died.
She was an inciting incident.
Yeah.
Lynn died inside when she had to, watch the film that Ethan decided to play, which I'm still not over. Which I think is psychotic.
I bet she's not either.
Exactly. But Rachel is cool.
I've gotten over anything that's happened in these books very quickly.
Damn, dude, he really doesn't like it.
No, it's not. It's not that. I had a very sort of boomerang reaction. At first, I'm like, okay, this is the same thing. We're doing the same thing again. We're doing Ethan meets woman, follows clues to the big bad, beats up the bad guy. Now this one does things a little different, right? There is a romantic relationship that I found very interesting and believable, right? I liked the whole, Ethan changes his values to protect her, right? I make my own laws. That moment, she tells the story of the abuse that she suffered growing up, and he's like, I'm going to help you finish this. I'm going to help you kill all the people that hurt you. I make my own laws. And I was like, that's fucking hard. That's pretty cool. I like that. And I really wanted things to work out between them. And I was so excited after they separate that she comes back and then they stay together. And then it keeps going and she leaves again. And I'm like, what did you not know how to end this? I do like that he goes and breaks the guy's hands that killed the dog.
He's back.
Because fuck that guy, right? But when I got done reading this book, I was hyped on it. I was like, this is the first one that made me feel something, right? I really liked
that. Was one off my chest.
And then
that was one of my questions.
We waited a week to do this, and I totally forgot I had even read it until Dave was like, hey, we're doing an episode this week. And I was like, oh yeah, I fucking read that book last week, didn't I? It didn't stick with me. Because there's just still nothing to him. Ethan is still a nothing burger to me.
So I liked how one of my biggest complaints to this whole series is I really think it was hurt by the lack of connective tissue between any of the books. Outside of like Anna in the theater, like, and there might be a one-off passing line in between, like, oh, like volume 2, he might talk about Rainey from like the previous book, but they really are standalone in nature, which I understand that was the assignment. I really liked how Ghost of You and this one were somewhat connected. And he even mentioned that in the back matter that like this was the intention of those. And I'm like, we're finally starting to kind of build towards something, like Eric said. And then like in your case, you forgot from week to week, but like now I don't think we're ever going to come back to Reckless, and that sucks. Like I feel like we might come back to Reckless, but like they had a cadence of these coming every month, and it's like, who knows if they will ever get to it ever again? Is it just dead? I'll probably be excited when it comes back, but I don't know.
You read the afterword, yeah?
It says that they're going to be
I read it like a week
back in the 1990s, and it never. That was 4 years.
They said they were, but like we were talking about when we first started this. They had a cadence of dropping these every 3 months. I'm a little concerned that it's been 4 years now and we haven't gotten one of them. That's what
he also said in the afterword they were working on the next book and it was coming out in 2023.
Yeah.
So like I'm a little concerned now.
Yeah, I don't think it's coming.
Exactly. Yeah, like if you give me one a year, that's fine. Just keep the story going, but like I don't think it's happening anymore. So yeah.
There were things that I really liked about this, and I honestly think that if this was the first or second book and then the story continued from here, I'd feel different. Like there were things about it that were very relatable. It's he talks so much across the series about not having or feeling emotions, and I think this is a book where that's largely addressed. And in some of the afterword, that's also acknowledged, but it's all relatable emotions, right? His emotions are pretty core emotions. He's starting to fall for Rachel. It's hard not to sympathize with her. You want to protect her the way he wants to protect her. It's written in a way that you can understand, right? I do like that he's sort of, in a way that is harder to understand, but you still get, admired her quest for vengeance and her willingness to stop pretending being somebody she's not and take control of her life and do this, right? I think that's cool. I don't know if this part's intentional. I can't think it is, but this is, like I said, the first time the book actually made me feel something for these characters, but it's also sort of allegedly the first time this character of Ethan is feeling things. There's also a second explosion that he's caught in that I think is symbolic, because the first one takes the feelings away, and then after the second one seems like the feelings come back. And I'm like, okay, I think that's kind of what is happening here. So there are things that this specific volume I think did really right.
What are you doing, Ed? We got Eric, and now we don't have any more. We're done. We got Eric.
So I'm gonna disagree with that.
Well, no, man, no. He just cooked there. He hit you with the second explosion. He brought you back, dude. Let that man cook. Let Eric cook.
Let's see what Dave's got to say.
I don't disagree that the second explosion seems symbolic.
It's the same colors. It's the same colors, Dave.
In the afterword, Ed Brubaker says, Ethan does have feelings. He just denies them.
Right.
So, one, if the intent here was for us to feel like this man is denying feelings that he has, message not received, mission not accomplished.
Yeah.
Because I haven't felt that a single time while reading these, except for very, very minute interactions that we have talked about in previous episodes, where it seems like maybe he does have some amount of feeling.
He has some
but I
feelings.
never feel like he is wrestling with those feelings, that he is repressing those feelings, that he is denying those feelings.
I agree.
Repressing and denying, maybe, if you look at it retrospectively, because he, in every book, talks about not feeling things the way people do or not having emotions, while also clearly having emotions. And this is the first one where he acknowledges them in that way, I think.
But the problem is, when we set the table at the start of the series, we say he was in this explosion, and because of this explosion, he has memory gaps and no longer feels things the way normal people feel things. So you've already told me that this initial explosion that happened in the past is
true.
In some large part responsible for why he has no feelings. Now you're telling me at the end
he does.
He's had feelings the whole time, but he denies them. So I can't give the man credit for that kind of symbolism.
That's fair.
When you've sort of fumbled the bag a little bit along the way. If your intent was for me to think this man is denying the feelings that he has, you didn't accomplish that.
I still think there is intentional symbolism in there on some level, because I think clearly that intent changed over the course of writing this, or it wasn't clear in his mind how he wanted to portray this. Also, I might just be a sucker for romance or the formation of that kind of relationship in a love story, but there's something human and relatable and exciting about that worked for me. And I think that that was sort of a framework to go, okay, this guy's opening up. He's connecting with somebody. He's allowing himself to connect. He's doing it, and then loses it again. And then is back open to it again, and then loses it again. It's just, the end of it just was too back and forth. Like, just land on it did work out or it didn't work out.
I have a completely different take on that entire Rachel and Ethan relationship.
What's your take?
The way that they first physically connected in the van.
Yeah.
While Rachel is very clearly reliving the traumas of her life and very likely experiencing some amount of a mental break or a mental health episode to be doing what she is doing. And because of what we knew about that character's past and the pretty consistent sexual abuse that she endured as a preteen and teenager, when that happens to somebody, they often will overly sexualize themselves, or they will act out sexually as a way to control that narrative for themselves, whether consciously or subconsciously.
Sure. Yeah.
And as soon as that happened in the van, I knew that relationship was doomed, because it was not built on the foundation of anything that it would be considered like a normal or healthy relationship. Not that every relationship has to be normal or healthy. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is those were two deeply flawed characters coming together in a moment of, I'd say a lot of it is maybe base need and a little bit of instinct, given that they were thrust into this situation together and just trying to find a way through together. But none of that felt like very real connection to me because of that.
There's some, I mean, I would say that their last sexual encounter before she leaves is supporting evidence of what you're saying. It makes sense because it's very emotionless. It was to serve a purpose for her, you know. I don't like that, but I don't think you're necessarily wrong either. I think the build to the relationship, there was, you know, a passion in the relationship between these two characters, regardless of the reason that it happened.
Sure.
And it was, you know, it was real for them at that moment, even if they didn't realize why they were both doing what they're doing. I'm not sure how much thought our good buddy Ed put into that aspect of it. You know, we're talking about this like Ed. They're real people that have real emotions and real thoughts and, you know, subconscious urges and things like that. And they're not. They're just imaginary characters written for this book. So I don't know. We'd have to get them on the show and ask. I will say this, though.
Might not be hard.
Fun fact. Rest and sleep for a concussion is actually vital for recovery. The whole you shouldn't sleep, you need to stay awake thing after a concussion, not real. Not true.
No? Interesting.
That's complete bullshit. That's not what I've been taught. I had to keep our quarterback awake for 14 hours on a trip from the Upper Peninsula because I was told he was going to die because our offensive line was so bad. He got killed this one game. You're right. I'm joking, but like they're like, you have to keep him alive or he's going to die. So like, every 30 minutes I had to make sure.
Some pressure.
Yeah, it's a little bit of pressure for a college student, you know, no big deal.
There you go. I'm going to give you the completely indelible AI.
Oh, not the AI. I thought you were going to hit
response.
Up like some medical journal.
I probably could. I'm sure it stole it from some medical thing and probably somebody's social post.
I mean, I took it as like you have to stay awake like during the initial phases. Like obviously you can't stay awake the whole time you're recovering. Like, you got to sleep eventually.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Crazy.
You guys kind of got me thinking, like, I feel like this book, I don't know if they were a little bit aimless in the beginning. And I don't know. It seemed like it started to come together. Like, I like the fourth. I like Ghost of You. I know that you guys weren't necessarily as high. I don't think you hated it. It was all right. Like,
I don't hate any of this.
You like three. We kind of all like three a lot. The third one. I really like this one. Eric seems like
I like this one.
Three was the one with the highway stuff, right?
Yeah,
like the blockbusting and all that.
Yeah,
okay.
We all like that one
a
lot.
Decent.
Like, I feel like
none of them have been bad. They're all fast reads. They're all
they're fine.
You know, entertaining. That's it. They're all entertaining.
I don't know if it's like foil is not the right word. I don't think, but I feel like she was just like the perfect pairing with Ethan. I don't know. It just makes you obviously the relationship. Someone who has a capable and similar skill set. Someone who is driven. I think her trauma. I think it just all sounds awful, but makes her like an appealing character. And like you get some emotionality and you get something. You want to see that relationship succeed. I wanted to see her, you know, get her goal, as bad as it is of her killing everyone. But if you know one thing about me, I mean, I went out to Texas with Dave, and I love a good like check mark where you gotta play Far Cry and kill all the different members of the family. Like, she was just knocking off all the different members of the family to get to the main boss. I love those kind of stories. So it had like, I don't know, I really like this. And I think Rachel was cool. I don't know.
I think this is the
and,
one
and
that.
I'm sad we don't get more of it. Like it just sucks. We're probably not going to get more of it.
Oh well, I have to assume there's a reason we aren't getting more, and it didn't happen. And I think reason is because none of these books really went anywhere. And even at the end of this one, he made a point to tie it up in a way that it's like, does it matter if there's another one? Kind of not really.
But he said they were making it.
Right.
But then they picked up Criminal for
But
Netflix,
were people
though,
clamoring
for
another Reckless book?
Yeah, how did they sell?
I've been clamoring to be done with the Reckless books.
Yeah, like so it's like they're still it's not like they're not putting things out because like they just put out another Criminal book. They put out 4 standalone graphic novel like OGNs. So like they're doing stuff. They're just not doing Reckless anymore. They're doing
that's fine.
Criminal stuff.
I'm fine with that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So
apathy.
Go ahead.
I was just saying they must be as apathetic to it as I am. They're just like,
I mean, I feel like it has to just be sales related.
Yeah, that's what
it has to be because the way that Image works all of their creator owned stuff, the creators fund the production of the comic, and then they get paid out based on whatever deal they have from a sales split perspective. And if Sean Phillips and Ed Brubaker are bankrolling this thing and they're not making their money back, why would they keep doing it?
Yeah.
Must not have been that passionate of a project.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of this book, when Ethan was learning about Rachel and Joey, her husband, and like the way that they met and how they're both sort of like into punk rock, and like I was like, oh, they seem like a pretty sweet couple. And then clearly within 10 pages, I was proven wrong.
Right. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like
they were both
so wrong, so fast.
Addicts that were thrust together when they found their dealer dead. Like, maybe still sweet. I don't know.
Can we talk about the prisoner that Ethan went to go visit?
Yeah.
To get information.
The guy that was dying of AIDS.
Yeah. In the letter that he wrote, and I'm assuming this was like an effort to make him look like an uneducated person in jail.
I read the letter.
But only the word person was misspelled. Everything else was harder words to spell were spelled correctly, but person was misspelled.
Oh, I thought there was even more misspelled.
Nope, like, I read that shit 3 times to make sure.
And stuff.
No, it was just sloppy writing, and only one word was misspelled. There was nothing else wrong.
I'm going to trust you on it. My brain said that there was like a whole bunch, but maybe just the way it was written, it was supposed to come across that way.
Yes, it definitely was, because I went back and read it 3 times to make sure. Also, his name was Dick Brickman. What fucking kind of name is that? Dick Brickman?
Probably a real person's name.
His name is Dick Brickman.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Let's see.
That's ridiculous.
Dick Brickman. Yeah, no, it's a real person. It's probably based on this actual person.
I'm sure it was. Also, kind of bummed we didn't get to find out what happened with Anna.
Yep,
we're told that it's a death that Ethan's not prepared to talk about, and then you still didn't tell us. Fuck you. Come on.
Yep. Brubaker's not prepared to tell us about it either, so it's just going to be out there.
It's a good way to
never gonna know.
Not have to think about that or write it.
I thought he said in one of the afterwards that he knows how she's going to die. He just hasn't told the story yet.
Yeah, he does. It's just we're never going to find out.
Yeah, cool, man, cool.
I love cliffhangers like that.
Yeah.
She dies of old age in 2055.
Yeah, I mean it's probably. What else? Was Rachel's like swing from this near-death experience, like, was that believable to you? Did she like go becomes like a killer and a hunter all just because of that? Like that seemed a little.
What do you mean?
Like Rachel, she has this near-death experience and she's just like, I'm going to right all these wrongs and I'm going to get these people who, abused me. Is that
shaken up by the earthquake?
Yeah, like she got shaken up by the earthquake, and then she's like, "All right, well, It's time to turn into John Wick. Like,
I think sometimes new trauma can unlock or resurface old trauma.
Sure. She also got that letter around that time, which I think was
that's true. I'm forgetting about the letter.
Yeah. Again, resurfacing of old trauma.
Yeah.
But also, it's fake. It's pretend. You know, she did it so that the story could happen.
Yeah, we need an exciting event, I guess. Yeah. So,
I mean, if you're gonna just take everything back to the basic, like, oh, this was fiction, so who cares? And it's not.
I didn't say so. Who cares? I said, is it believable that this could happen? I'm not 100% sure, but I'll believe that this character did that.
Yeah,
you know?
Okay. I think it's yeah. I mean, in the context of fiction, yeah, it's believable.
I think if you carry enough trauma, anything could be an inciting incident to set you off. So is it believable? Sure.
There's this show on Netflix called Homicide New York that is like a true crime docu-series just about like murders that have happened in New York and how they solved them. And yeah, that shit happens all the time where people something causes them to snap.
It was right below the surface and it was ready to happen. Yeah.
Yeah. The episode we just watched was about the Central Park 5. I don't know if you guys remember hearing about that.
Yeah.
The jogger was like brutally beaten and raped. They sent 5 kids to jail for it. And then
RFK was deeply involved in that, wasn't he?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think so.
He wasn't in that episode. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I won't spoil what happens in case anyone wants to watch it for themselves. But it's a fantastic show. They also have one called Homicide Los Angeles. That's the same thing, but set in Los Angeles.
So it's just like stories about like murders that were in LA or New York or whatever. And my wife would probably like that.
Yeah, it's really, really. I mean, Netflix does really good documentaries.
Yeah.
Very high production value.
Yeah, their documentaries are awesome.
Is Eric reading about?
Yeah,
Park 5?
You know, the only thing that comes up is that he admitted to dumping a dead bear cub in Central Park.
Okay. don't go there, Dave. Also,
I'm not.
What?
I'm not.
What? Some recent politician, had something big to do with that case. I don't know.
Yeah, we have to move on because this is really hard for me not to say.
We should just
next.
You know that meme of the kid sitting in a classroom and he's like so tensed up, there's a huge vein popping out of his forehead because all he wants to do is say, that's me right now. Like, please move on before I ruin this for everybody.
How was the playlist?
It was better than the last one. That's for sure. We had a much better poll.
9.
Still 89. Yeah, same as Volume 4 because it's set concurrently.
I tried to find,
because last time.
Yeah.
Good.
No, I tried to find a playlist that was specifically November of 1989, like the top 40.
That had to have been
month,
harder,
but it doesn't exist. I found the list, but it wasn't a playlist. You know,
you could have made a playlist with that list and then shuffled it.
I thought about it, and then I went, I'm not willing to invest that amount of time.
You hear that, everybody? Eric's not willing to invest that amount of time in you.
Correct.
At least he's honest.
You didn't even fight it. Okay.
No.
Fine. Well, I'm taking it personally, so.
Well,
you'll have to repair that later.
I was like, I would do it for Matt, but not for Dave, and so that's why I didn't do it. So please take it personally.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. That's cool, man. Thanks. I do have a couple of quotes.
Okay.
I usually have a couple of quotes from a Reckless that spoke to me. One was when Ethan was driving to all of those motels, I think, or maybe it was after him and Rachel had gotten together and they were doing a lot of driving, but he was describing being road weary. And he said, it's the way your eyes get dry and hollow and you feel like you're vibrating when you're standing still.
I know that feeling.
Fantastic. Yes, yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
That's why I wrote it down. It's a fantastic description of what it feels like to drive all night between cities when you're on tour or something. I've experienced this many, many times in life, and it was fun to hear that, see that, read that, whatever, in a comic book.
I wouldn't have known how to put that feeling into words, but when I read it, I could feel the sensation. I was like,
yeah, exactly.
By the way,
I'm like, oh yeah,
it was the president that I was thinking of. Anyway, please continue.
Moving on.
With your quotes.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'll research that later.
Yeah.
Everyone keeps secrets or has parts of themselves they don't want anyone to know about, even the people they love, maybe especially them.
Steve.
Yeah,
Steve.
interesting little quote as well.
And probably
those are the only
very
two.
true.
Yeah. More so for some than others.
Sure.
I think there's a lot of people that are pretty locked up tight, don't like to share about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan, apparently, according to the afterword, was one of those people, since he just denies his feelings now.
Allegedly.
The author said that's what he was doing. I'm not calling that alleged.
Oh, yeah.
That feels...
I mean, in this instance, Ed Brubaker's God. So if
it's true,
what he says is true.
It's true. All right, we can go to playlists, unless anyone wants to get a last word in about Reckless.
Matt, get the last word in about it. You chose this for us. Get the last word in.
No, I'm really happy we did it. I mean, it was... I wish there was a little bit more connective tissue, like I'm saying, but the Brubaker accomplished the mission with this. He's trying to write a pulp series like his dad used to read. That's what these were. They were good. We didn't hate them. Not anything we necessarily need to go back to. But I'm also really excited to read some X-Men with you guys, though. I'd be lying if I didn't say that. But,
me too.
Yeah, so that was good. I'm not mad that we read it or anything like that. So yeah, it's good stuff.
What was your favorite volume for both of you?
My memory is not the best. I did like Volume 3 a lot. It was either this one or Volume 3 or this one. Probably, I'd say probably this one. Honestly, I just like them being to play off each other, and then like the ending, like the whole Ethan was back. He was kind of a shell of himself, and then he's back. And then, of course, we're not going to get any more, but I can just see that being a movie, the ending of a movie, and then, like, you're going to the next movie. But, yeah, I don't know. Sucks. We'll see.
I would have said it was this one until Dave's logic pulled me back down and made me realize it wasn't the love story that I thought it was. And I was like, oh, yeah. No.
And now you're going to think about it. You're like,
sorry.
Yeah, no, I already thought about it and went, okay.
Yep, you're right. Yep, he's probably right.
Ruined it.
Sweet, dude.
So what is your favorite one?
Eric's like, I don't have one. No comment.
I don't know. I didn't dislike any of them. I think the one that I liked the least was the last one, the
Anna.
All Anna one.
Yeah,
yeah, maybe the third one. I don't know. I didn't dislike them, but there was not one outside this one that really stood out, and I went, yeah, that works for me.
Yeah.
What about you?
Volume 3.
3.
Yeah. I think primarily because that's one where Ethan doesn't really like see it through the way that he intends to. He actually kind of gets tripped up a little bit by that politician. It gets played in the end. I thought that was probably the most interesting. It was the most interesting Ethan and Anna stuff. It was the most interesting usage of supporting characters around the two of them. It had a cool twist. My favorite.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I think the Anna one was maybe my least favorite.
Yeah.
Either that or the first one.
Guys are hard on that Anna one, man.
Yeah. Sure was.
Yeah.
Sure was. I mean, the book's called Reckless, and he's only in 80% of the books.
Yeah.
We only have 5, and to take him out of one almost completely is a bold choice when you didn't continue it. So, anyway.
Yeah.
Eric, do you want to do your playlist first, or do you want me to do mine?
Do yours.
Okay. We started not strong. Not strong at all. Richard Marx Right Here Waiting.
Oh, that's a weird place to start. It would have been great if
Yeah.
that came late in the like after Rachel left. If it played right there, would have been perfect.
Yeah, it would have been. Next up was another ballad, Bon Jovi, I'll Be There For You.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're saying this isn't a strong start? It's a great start.
Not for me, it wasn't. But things picked up. Bobby Brown, My Prerogative was next.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. Then Karen White, The Way You Love Me.
That's on my list
Sing
too.
me a little bit of that ditty.
Nice.
Sing me a little bit of that ditty. Come on,
I can't. I don't remember it.
I feel like I only vaguely recognized it.
I can't explain accurately how much 80s ballads like that
I love it.
just destroy me in the way that like I don't want to listen to that. I don't ever want to hear that shit. It is some of the least pleasurable music for me to listen to, and there was so much of it.
I'm glad that you chose this soundtrack to listen to accompany a book that you already didn't care for. It made the experience doubly good.
I would actually be your foil in that, because the next day I was texting Eric Monster Ballads after we talked about it.
After Karen White, we got Don Henley, The End of the Innocents.
Oh, okay.
And then we went right back into bullshit ballad territory with Chicago, Look Away.
Hey, don't look at me. I don't want you to see me this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I legitimately hate that song.
It's bad.
It was on the radio all the fucking time when I was a kid. I remember hearing it in the car when my mom would drive me places, and I hated that song then, and I hate it just as much now.
It's bad.
Yeah. Next was Babyface, It's No Crime.
Well, Babyface.
Yeah. And then Rick Astley, She Wants to Dance With Me.
There's other Rick Astley songs?
Yeah, he made other songs.
And you know what? You know this song. If you heard it, you would be like, okay, yeah, I know this.
She Wants to Dance With Me?
Yeah. You'll know it when you hear it, I promise. Roxette, The Look was next, which I did appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Love and Rockets, So Alive.
Okay.
Then Phil Collins, Two Hearts.
Oh, there's some ballad trash.
Then Paula Abdul, Forever Your Girl, which happy with that.
Sure, yeah.
Rod Stewart, My Heart Can't Tell Me No.
Don't know it.
And last was Milli Vanilli, Baby Don't Forget My Number.
I don't care what anybody says, still a banger.
That was it. That's my whole playlist. Too many 5-minute ballads to get through any more songs.
Yeah. I surprisingly didn't have a lot of overlap with yours, but I did have some weird stuff. I started with Bangles In Your Room, which wasn't one I would have thought I knew, but I recognized it. Expose, What You Don't Know. Won't Hurt You. That's a good one. Michael Damian, Rock On, which is a cover of the old song. Hey, kids, rock and roll, rock on. It's bad. Eddie Money, Walk on Water. Here was one that I didn't expect. Prince, Bat Dance. Immediately took me to that moment. I was like, okay, wait a minute. 1989. I know what was going on.
Dude, I'm with that.
Yeah. Bon Jovi, Lay Your Hands on Me. It was
I don't know that song.
It was a kind of a rockin' tune. It wasn't terrible.
Okay.
Karen White, The Way You Love Me. This was gross. New Kids on the Block, I'll Be Loving You Forever. That's the sappiest ballad of sappy ballads. I didn't know this was a song. Donny Osmond, Soldier of Love. It was awful, awful. Mike and Mechanics, The Living Years. Bette Midler, The Wind Beneath My Wings.
Oh,
well, Bette Midler, eh?
Terrible.
Samantha Fox, I Want to Have Some Fun. And right at that point, it jumped forward to 2004. So I swapped to the top 100 2004 playlist and immediately got Britney Spears Every Time, which was kind of perfect. It was so sad. I was like, whoa. Then it went to G Unit, Want to Get to Know You.
I want to get to know you. I really want
And then
to thank you.
ended with Sheryl Crow. The first cut is the deepest.
The third. Oh, that's a good ending.
Yeah,
That's horrible.
It was a weird
Horrible.
experience. It was weird,
No, thank you.
but that
Well,
was
thank
kind
you.
of
I
fun.
This whole bat dance, is that when he's like messing up the paintings and stuff in the Batman '89 movie? The Joker is. I feel like this is.
Is it? I thought that was
It's-
during the parade.
Bat
It's in
dance
their
is
parade-
kind of
okay,
like a mashup of samples and stuff.
Yeah, I was just like, I know this. I didn't know this was a song, but I just Well,
Maybe it is during the scene when he's messing up all the paintings in Wayne Manor. I don't
I mean,
remember now.
Prince
Maybe.
did all the
Doesn't
music,
matter.
so there's lots of Prince.
True. True.
I'll
Tracks.
be
in there.
listening to this tomorrow.
It was like as soon as it started playing, my brain was like, "Stop the press! Who is that?" And I was like, "I remember this track. I remember this."
Well, now we
Vicky
need to watch
Vale.
Batman '89 now.
Yep.
Well, boys, that's
been
it for
real.
Reckless.
It is. That's it.
I can't say I'm disappointed.
That it's over, or that we read it.
Yeah, like
Yes.
Okay.
yeah, leave
Same.
it. And much like Ed Brubaker, we're gonna leave it very nebulous,
Yeah.
and you get to decide what we.
It was
If
fun.
I look back at all the Let's Reads we've done, this is my least favorite.
Oh no! Oh,
Yeah.
Boys York and yeah.
I mean, it barely
The
beats out the
Boys.
boys for
Dude,
being
the boys.
the boys ended so strong.
It did.
I just
Man, speaking of the boys, there's a new season,
I know.
and I didn't watch the last season of Gen V, so we're trying to catch up on it, and it is just not working for me. I'm like,
Yeah.
can I get through this to get to the boys? And then I saw a trailer for the boys, and I'm like, ooh, do I want to get to it?
To watch, yeah.
Do you need to watch Gen V season 2?
No, he's committed though.
Because they canceled the show, so like,
He's
it's not
committed.
coming.
Well,
back.
there's already been multiple things where characters from the boys are in it, and it's like setting up. So I do think I actually saw like a YouTube video that was like, catch up on Gen V season 2 so you can watch the boys, and I'm like, we'll just watch it, but it's not great.
I don't think I'm going to watch it.
I think I might be done with the boys. I might just give up on the
Oof.
show.
Just give it, yeah.
I that's
Fine.
that. I think that's what we're doing.
I've given up on Invincible, so
What?
yeah.
Why?
The show is not working for me. The last season or two have it started out so strong, and it's just gotten not interesting to me. It's so
wow, that's crazy.
it's
Dave is the biggest.
the
Invincible
second
guy
the
ever,
second
too.
you
He
add a
knows.
baby
He
in,
knows.
I
it's
know.
no longer fun to me. Like, why does there have to be a child in here? It's not cool. That sucks.
He's not a child for long, man.
It's already too long for me.
You should power through
It's
it.
like
He's
on-
so disappointed.
what was that show?
So
There's actually so many TV shows where they're like, "Oh, it's stale. Put a
Yeah,
baby."
I
in.
think there are babies in lots of TV
yeah,
shows.
and then it sucks. Yeah, they add.
Well, this isn't what's happening here.
Family
Is it Oliver or is it a
Matters.
different
baby?
Little
Yeah, it's
Ricky,
Oliver.
that sucks.
why is it Oliver?
Get that out of here.
Look, I fucking hate Oliver. I'm an Oliver hater.
Dave
Oliver.
hates every kid.
Yeah.
He
You
hates
you can
every
go
Damian
back
Wayne,
and listen to
Damian
the
Wayne,
Let's
Oliver,
Reads.
he hates
Yeah.
every kid.
You can listen to the Let's Reads we did for Invincible, and I railed on Oliver very consistently. But man, that you shouldn't let that stop you from watching. The show.
That's
It's
not.
so
That's
good.
one of the. That's like the most obvious thing that I can think of. It just felt it just got so convoluted, and I feel like they're skipping over stuff to try and get from here to there, and it's just like
They're not. I promise they're not. This is like
So-
this season has actually been like outside of the first half of season 1, probably the closest to the comics so far.
He's on drugs.
It's
yeah,
almost
wild.
exact. Like lift it from the panel and put it in the show. It's so good. I was almost out on Invincible in like the middle seasons because they were really starting to diverge from the comics a little bit too much for me, and things were happening in an order that didn't make sense. And then this season, boy,
Yeah.
they brought it back.
I didn't read the comics. I started and never finished.
Oh no! I thought you read the comics.
I
too.
started and
Okay,
never
all
finished,
right.
and so I've got nothing dragging me
Yeah.
along to keep watching the show. I'm like,
He's
yeah,
out.
they lost
I'm
me.
out. I love it. This is great.
Amazon does this shit, though.
uh
I'm just waiting for them to destroy Fallout and it be no good.
I've given up on that show. We didn't even watch season 2.
Season 2 was good. The first episode or two, I was worried, but it was good.
If you watch Invincible, I'll watch Fallout.
Oh, I don't care if you watch it. I liked it. You don't have to watch it.
I was just trying to get him to watch Invincible. What would it take to get you to watch Invincible?
I would have to have nothing else to do or watch.
Have they said how long this is going to be, or is it like? Have they said, "Oh, it's like
where they finished this season"? They're in the mid to high 60s in comic numbering, like so they're about halfway.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like
144 issues.
What do you think the chances are they finish it?
Holy
high,
yeah,
extremely high. That show is insanely popular.
Yeah.
Yes. I see people just wearing Invincible shirts out in public all the time.
All right.
What?
This is another conversation I wanted to revisit on this podcast now that we have Eric too, but like,
what's happening right now?
I don't know how I feel about all this Invincible love. I don't know how I feel about it. Because Dave
is this a gatekeeping conversation?
Yeah, yes,
I'm not doing that.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Invincible's for everyone.
All right, that's fine. You're Mr. Invincible. So if Invincible's for everyone, I'm happy. All right.
I think that one of the best things that can happen is people falling in love with superhero content that is
we need all
almost completely unchanged from the source material.
Yeah.
Because that gets new people reading comics. Someone that likes the Invincible show can go and pick up those comics and be like, oh my God, this is exactly like the show. I love this. What else is like this? Unfortunately for you, nothing. But there's stuff that's close enough that you can maybe get into it.
Yeah. Nothing is as good as this.
Nothing is as good as Invincible. It literally is the greatest superhero comic in the universe.
Yeah. That's good.
That was the tagline on top of the comic every month above the Invincible.
Fair enough.
It's the best superhero comic ever. Period. Nothing beats it.
I need to watch the show, but like I feel like Eric would really like the comic. Like I feel like
he tried reading it and he gave up. He's a quitter.
Mm-hmm.
How far did you get, Eric? I'm just curious. Do you remember? Like
1 or 2.
Oh, see, that's the problem, dude. It gets so good. Wow, me and Eric were talking about that. Like, oh, bro, you need to watch the first 2 seasons or something. But like, it really does objectively get much better after the first 12 issues. Or whatever.
The thing is, he knows what happens. He watched the first season of the show. He just doesn't want to read it. That's fine.
No, but dude, like all the conquest stuff and all this stuff.
That's in the show now. They got through conquest.
A Thrag and all. Oh.
Yep, Thrag's in the last season.
Admittedly, it came to me at a time that. So I think Adam gave it all to me digitally to read.
Mm-hmm.
And I had not, at that point, I was only reading physical. And I was really sort of dead set on buying and owning and reading physical.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a good way at that point in time to read digital. There wasn't like a good guided reader or anything for me. Yeah. And it immediately was like, I'm not fucking with this. And that's a big part of the reason I stopped.
Yep. No, it's okay. I feel you.
So.
Wow, that was a long wrap up. But yeah, this is great.
It was a long wrap up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You know what? I'm not done talking about Invincible. I'm going to say one more thing. In the show, this season, they told some stories that they had only alluded to in the comics. They really they expand the universe quite a bit in the show, and because the show is so closely tied to the comics, it feels like really authentic and good and real in the Invincible mythos that I already know and love. This is seriously like the best adaptation of anything comic book related that I've ever experienced. It's so good. I can't say enough good things about it. I absolutely love it.
You see that little. You just said you were having a bad week, right? You said that before. You said you have a bad week.
I am.
And I just saw that little glimmer in your eye of like, you're just so happy that like this thing you have loved and have championed for all of these years. Before anyone I know of, like well before. That glimmer and that hope and that happiness, and it's expanded everything, and you're being rewarded for being a fan of this property, and it's giving you more from watching this TV show. That's what Star Wars didn't do to me. That's what they took away from me. And that's the way I'm bitter. And that's why I'm bitter. because they blew it. Because they blew it. I want to have a glimmer in my eye. I want to be happy, and they stole it.
What's happening?
Done. Have a good night, guys. This is great. I want to be happy, Dave. I want to be happy.
I have a suggestion. You should watch the Invincible show, and then you'd be happy like me.
Exactly.
We'll be back in 2 weeks. Until then, my name is Dave.
And I'm Matt.
And I'm Eric.
Take care of yourselves, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Peace.